I grew up in northern New Jersey in an interesting town called Teaneck, which is right outside New York City over the George Washington Bridge, and is interesting for many reasons. But uh, I was aware that it was really the first town in the United States to fully integrate its school system. So my high school was a half black high school at a public high school in northern New Jersey, and interesting for all those reasons. What was my first memory of art? I think is the question. And I really had two. One is I was very close to my older sister's husband, who was a sculptor. So I spent many hours in his studio with him, talking, listening to the radio, and without him, playing with sculpture and clay and wax myself. So that was a formative part of growing up. But an interesting connection to art that sort of made me think about writing was that soon after my father died, which was when I was 13, I was in the basement in a closet and I found a red leather suitcase. And in that suitcase was a folder of short stories that he had written and published, and unpublished ones as well, when he was much younger. This is when I was about 13 when my father died. And of course, I wasn't reading short stories at that point in my life. I didn't really know what they were, but I remember it was a surprise to me because he was a high school science teacher. And of course, we barely think about our parents' jobs, let alone that they have other interests or passions until we're older, if at all. And so that was a real shock to me that I think I tucked away for many years and only came back to read the stories when I was much older and trying to write a little bit myself.